Which is GW Bush against Zerbi.
Yes, this game looks like it was pretty fast. 8 turns.
Indeed. Okay. This game we have wastelands in Western Great Lakes, Tennessee, Algeria, Nigeria, Ethiopia, Saudi Arabia, and Italy.
Yep. So we know East US is not a possibility, ever.
Most of Africa's dead.
Most of Africa, yes. All of the really mediocre or good spots in Africa.
It's like the entire center of the map is completely dead now. There's this ring of...
Right. Middle East, Europe, West Africa, North Africa, and East Africa. They're all... They all have wastelands in them. Huh. That's very interesting.
This means a lot of the fighting in this game will probably be along the edges of the map, or in Asia. Probably a good bit in Asia, because that seems the most clear area.
Asia is... It will be the center of this. Asia, all of Eurasia, except for Europe and the Middle East, although Iran is still free, so that could still be fought over, too.
Okay, so, territory picks. We have GW Bush going first pick Finland, second pick Vorkuta, third pick Tura.
Not bad. They're really not bad picks at all.
Moderate picks, yeah. It just seems like first turn will be slow. Second turn he finally gets a bonus. And then after that he should be able to get a turn each. For the next 2 turns he should be able to get another bonus.
Well, getting a bonus in one turn isn't necessarily always possible. So
if he meets someone within the first few turns he's going to be at a disadvantage probably.
Well, not if he gets a bonus by a second turn. That's normally the standard, isn't it?
Yeah, it is the standard, but I mean after that. He's going to be expanding linearly and having to expend everything.
Well, Caucasus is right under him, and that's not too bad. Central Russia isn't too bad either. I mean, I don't see any reason why he couldn't have a good number of stuff by the 6th or 7th turn.
Okay, and his alternate picks, just in case that doesn't work out, are in South Pole, Western Australia, which personally I'm not really agreeing with.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd go for West Africa.
And then Shanghai.
Shanghai is a good one, though. Shanghai and Antarctica I like. Australia, not really sure why he did that, but oh well.
Okay, going over to Zerbi. We see that he went first pick South Pole, second pick Finland, third pick Vorkuta. And then alternate picks Shanghai, Papua New Guinea, and Venezuela. So we see, unlike last game, we see some overlapping up here.
I like these. I like these picks because the way I see it, he's expecting at least one of the these good 3 spots to get taken. So he's going for 2 of them for his first 2 picks.
Yep.
And then his third pick is that 4 in Vorkuta. It's a good spot there. Yeah, I like these picks. Pretty reasonably spread out. East China right over there is a good spot. I like how Shanxi is a starting location in this because not many people would start there, and it creates a better shield, I guess, because Shanxi is a very dangerous. Yeah, it's a very dangerous territory for East China.
Indeed. Okay, so got some decent picks for both players. We'll see how the overlapping works out. Who will get first pick and who won't?
Oh man.
Ooh.
to start off.
And we see that Zerbi gets South Pole,
Mm-hmm.
Vorkuta, and Shanghai. But George W. Bush gets Finland, Tura, and Western Australia. Now this is when him picking Western Australia comes back to Biden a little bit,
Yeah, that position it just feels really
because he's not really
really
able to do much
bad.
with this.
Uh,
Although
yeah.
he knows that Zerbi has Vorkuta and South Pole. He knows that. Because
That
his
is
second
true.
pick was Vorkuta and his fourth pick was South Pole.
That is true. So in that sense, it's not too terrible.
And then Zerbi knows that he has Finland,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
Yeah.
So,
But that's still a good bit of information.
Yep.
Anyway.
first move, we see that Zerbi's going to focus in Antarctica, like he should,
Yeah.
and George W. Bush is going to spread out a bit more, put 3 in Tora. Apparently he's going to go after 2 territories in there.
I'm not sure Huh. I'm not sure I like that move personally because it means that it'll take him more time to take all of Scandinavia. Because if he takes Norway with 4, he will lose 2 on average. So he'll have 2 left, and even if he places all 5 there,
He would only be able to hit them with 3s.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really like that. It makes it less likely to get all of Scandinavia, but
But anyways,
Oh,
next turn
well.
he's going to have to finish off Antarctica. So he's going to have to put some guys down there, so he couldn't get all of it anyways. And we
well,
see
Zerbi's
that,
stuff in south
yes.
pole isn't that's not too bad. I like that. All
And
right.
we see that, as expected, Zerbi's going to focus in Antarctica. He attacked Nova with 3. I don't know what he's going to use the other 5 for. And then Bush gets Norway and Omsk, as expected. Yeah, Zerbi fails to get Scott with 3. And then I don't know what he's going to do with the other 2, apparently nothing. He's just sitting guys there. I'm not sure I like that.
Hmm.
And he's not attacking with his other... Well, he tried to hit Jingzi, but...
Well, thinking about it, it might. It's not all that bad because he knows it's going to take him 2 turns at least to get all this anyway. So using the 3s doesn't really hurt him very much anyway. It could kill a few extra reinforcements. I'm not really sure actually where you'd come out ahead.
Yeah. And Bush is moving down to southern Australia because he knows that he's in Antarctica.
It's a risk, but it's not too bad.
Yep.
For
Okay.
Zerbi.
So, turn 2. Zerbi putting enough in South Pole to finish that off, as Bush puts some in Norway, so we're going to hit both with 3s, and then 1 in South Australia. He's only going to be able to hit this with 3, so that's not guaranteed. That may come back to bite him if he doesn't capture that.
He does not go. Even though he knows his opponent is in Antarctica, he decides to go to New South Wales. I'm guessing he did that because he wants to take the whole bonus and surprise Zerbi later on.
Maybe. It's a possibility. But other moves, we see that Bush did capture all of Scandinavia, which helps him a lot. It's going to help him next turn and prevent him from getting too far behind. Zerbi also finishes off Antarctica.
That's pretty lucky.
Yeah. Zerbi also finishes off Antarctica and gets Jingzi from East China. So now Zerbi's in a position to get all of East China. Bush is in a position to get all of Australia. Sort of.
Potentially.
Yeah. He wouldn't quite be able to, unless he's hitting it with 3s or something.
He is hitting it with 3s. Yeah. He does that next turn.
Yep, and Zerbi's going to hit everything in East China with 3s. And he's also putting 1 in Vorkuta to expand somewhere. Bush is congregating in Sweden.
Yep. Putting all his stuff together, that's good for later. He's going to be able to hit Murmansk next turn.
Yeah. He should know that he's already in Antarctica because of the starting locations. He had starting location 4 down here, and his Australia pick was 5. So
And he also knows that he's in West Russia, so.
yes, because this was a second pick. So he lost first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So that was he should already know it. He shouldn't need to check. He should already know.
Oh yeah, hopefully.
You should
Hopefully.
pull up the chat from the game, by the way. Yeah, we were saying that earlier that he shouldn't be trying to get Australia. Okay, so moving on to these moves, we see that Zerbi doesn't quite get all of East China. He misses the 2 territories, Taiwan and Hong Kong. No problem. Welcome, one and all. Anyone just joined us? We are doing a 1v1 live streamed tournament between 8 different people. I'll show the bracket in just a minute.
Okay, where's... I've
This is the bracket.
got the chat up.
Okay, well, just keep it up. Reference it if need be.
If need be.
But yeah, this is the 8 different people we have. Lolowut, Zakiman, George W. Bush, Zerbi, Hedja, Steel City, Arc77, and Aggressive Numbers. We went over Lolowut versus Zakiman just a few minutes ago. Zakiman pulled out the win on that. And now we're working on game 2, Bush versus Zerbi. Okay, so Bush versus Zerbi, turn 3. Zerbi trying to work on East China, doesn't quite get it. Bush attacking in Australia. He gets Tasmania at least. That is going to help him, at least knowing.
Well,
But he doesn't
should
quite
have
get the whole
already
bonus.
known. That's...
Yeah,
Oof.
well, that guarantees that he's aware, even if he wasn't looking at what starting locations he got, apparently.
Yeah, but man, that's not good for later, though, because he does not succeed in taking New Zealand. That's big. Really big.
Getting
Because
ahead
that
of me there.
means... Well, I can't tell exactly what move you're on. But anyway, does not take New Zealand. And that means Zerbi has a huge advantage over there. He knows exactly what to go for next turn.
You're getting ahead of me.
Man.
Okay. We see that, yeah, he tried to finish off Queensland. And this only putting 2 in New South Wales to attack New Zealand, I don't agree with that at all. He should know that that Zerbi's gonna try to get that.
Yeah. Ouch.
Other moves, Zerbi does get that and prevent him from getting it. He does also finish off East China. So now he's officially in the lead. Both positioning wise and reinforcement wise. Because now he's also in a position to threaten Scandinavia with 2 different locations. And he's prevented him from getting Australia. So at this point we can see that Bush is in a pretty bad position.
Yeah, he's got all of Australia except the one part right there, that New Zealand. Oh, that hurts. Oh, man. And Zerbi jumps right in the hole there, and there's nothing Bush can do about it.
Yeah. Okay. Turn 5.
That sucks for
We
him.
see that both people have played the reinforcement card, which is good. And he deploys a lot to Norway to try to defend that from Murmansk, while Zerbi deploys 9 to Scott, and then 8 to Murmansk to go offensive there, I assume. Oh, this Bush hitting Murmansk first move, that may hurt him. Because now he still has enough to capture something.
Yeah, well, he had to do something. I see why he did it, because there were 2 territories that Zerbi could hit, and he didn't know which one he was going to go for, so Bush figured, okay, well, if he lays down a small enough group, I might be able to kill just about everything there, and it won't be a big deal. And unfortunately for him, Zerbi laid more down than he could handle. And sure enough, he didn't kill all of it. There was 4 left.
Yep.
And he was able to use those 4.
And we
to take
see
Finland.
that Zerbi's going offensive in Australia. He may end up getting all of this in the next 2 turns unless Bush is able to mount a defense, but at this point he's not looking like he can. He does at least get the 2 areas in West Russia. So now he may be in a position to get this at least, assuming that he had been able to get Murmansk, but he wasn't. So
Yeah, the
now
only
he's not
problem
going to have much
for
of an
him now
opportunity to get
is
that.
Zerbi is in a great position now. He can easily defend West Russia if he uses his reinforcements properly. And there's no way that Bush can get back Australia. So
yeah, and he
he's
broke
pretty much
into
got the game.
Scandinavia, which
Yeah.
that means that Bush is down to gain the minimum reinforcement, which is 5.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. It sucks to be Bush.
Indeed. Okay, so moving on to turn 6. We can see that Zerbi, as expected, is going to put a bunch of Murmansk that will prevent Bush from either getting West Russia, and it can also let him do something else offensively up here if he wants to later on in the turn. Bush deploying these 5 to Norway. I'm not sure about that.
Well, no, I like that move personally. Zerbi was just smart enough to go around it. You'll see. I think I'm getting ahead of you again.
You are.
But it was a good move in that he was he was trying to take advantage of a possible mistake by Zerbi. Zerbi could have just abandoned Scandinavia and focused entirely on West Russia.
Indeed, yep.
But he didn't just do that. And because he had so many more moves than George W. Bush, he was able to
And he even plays his order delay.
That. Oh yeah, he used an order delay. Oh. Did he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. Lost there in the list of orders. Anyway, yeah, he used an order delay card and was able to make that 8 attack his last move, and sure enough, it got in there.
Yeah.
And it took Scandinavia anyway, even though Bush did take back Finland.
And now Zerbi's 1 territory away from getting Australia, and Bush isn't really in a position to defend that. Of course, he's not really in a position to do very much at all.
Yeah.
At this point, the game's obviously over.
Yep.
And he's pretty much ready to surrender, it seems.
Yeah. He's just moving stuff around now. It doesn't really matter what he does. Zerbi takes Scandinavia.
Okay.
And Bush knows he is beaten.
Okay, and yeah, he finishes off Australia in turn 7.
And by the end of it, Zerbi is getting 20 reinforcements, and Bush is getting 5.
Yep, and Bush surrendered after 7 turns at the beginning of the 8th turn to give Zerbi the victory. So Zerbi will advance to the next round.
Mm-hmm. That means for our second game, we will have Zerbi versus Zakiman.